So they're very flexible, but some funds are not flexible. So it's just nice that we have this, and I am very, I love hearing those years. I think. I've done this last.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I feel like I remember last year they had.
Yeah, and so my second year, but I.
I was.
So I'm nice to meet you. I'm a licensed teacher. And I'll be presenting your scholarship. Well, yeah, I will have. I'll come and then you and take a photo each, and then a photo of us. My job is half students.
You're right there. They can see your back, they can see your back, I can see your face.
Or resources. So I love the parking lot here on the nearest. And then and we do board games, and you're ex officio member. So you can come to those meetings, we encourage it actually, and you can give feedback about student situations and hopefully we can collaborate. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, looking forward to it. It's nice to meet you.
Yes. Everyone's so nice all the time. I'll give you something to do. Now lay around all day every day.
Yeah. Or whatever. I'm turning everything I'm touched. That's where you go to work. Wow. Well, that's good to know. So you're so.
Yes.
I mean, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think it can go off for the Nebraska.
With my big and nice. That's like, maybe I should go. She's graduating a year early.
Yeah. At one point they saw us.
Nice to meet
So you're playing.
Yeah, no, we're playing music here.
Do you want to know I was at a wedding and realized I don't like have something. I'm like, why? And then I'll say, so now I'm paranoid.
No, that's
I don't know what
fair.
to do now.
Yeah. And I'm not fan song. But I know it's 48 cents. It's above. I mean, they're
Right, yeah. I'm like, no, I feel like it's changing my face. Well, I know. Mine is just- But-
Oh, yeah.
No. I'm great. Yeah. No, I will literally be like, and that's time, thank you.
I've never seen. No, I'm not.
That's what I saw, yeah.
Yeah, I just don't go over it. Snag a photo. I saw it canceled. That's our act. Always get a photo like that. Really?
You ready to start? Are you gonna pull up? See everyone like. Good, how are
I don't know what it is that, but I would be. Oh, yeah. Okay, does she know where to park and all that? Thank you.
Hey, I like it. I am.
Yeah.
You'll do great and also fine. I'm gonna be. Just so you know now, I keep on. Take a photo with her and then.
Yeah.
And then out of our. And I'll probably just do a quick picture of that. As you. And then I'll.
All right.
I always. Yeah.
I would just like to make a brief announcement. For those who are here, you are able You are able to enjoy your salad that's in front of you. And if anyone wants any refreshments, there are some in the back. We're waiting on a few more people to come on in, but once they do, we'll proceed with the program. Thank you. Gotcha. You're welcome. Do you want it? Do you want it and you want to bring it up, or do you just want me to leave it here? Go first.
Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. I love the smiles this morning or this afternoon. I would like to welcome everyone to the Student Government Association swearing-in ceremony, marking the dawn of a new chapter in our university student leadership journey. As the Executive Director of Student Leadership Involvement and Inclusion, I am excited to witness the vibrant energy and dedication each of you brings to the university. Your appointment to these pivotal roles is a testament to your commitment to serving our student body and advocating for their needs. Your voices will echo through our halls, our departments, our buildings, our parking garages, our food courts, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, shaping policies and initiatives that enhance the academic and extracurricular activities and experiences for every student. As we embark on this journey together, I envision a year filled with innovation, collaboration, and impactful change. Your leadership will not only inspire your peers, but also pave the way for a more inclusive and engaging environment. I encourage you to embrace this opportunity with open hearts, open arms, open minds, always keeping the best interests of your fellow students at heart and in mind. Together, let us strive to foster a campus environment where every voice is heard, valued, and respected. Once again, congratulations on your appointments, and I look forward to witnessing the remarkable achievements that lie ahead. Here's to a fantastic year filled with growth, empowerment, and success. All right, so please join me as I welcome our Associate Director of Student Leadership Involvement and Inclusion and our current advisor to student government as she shares a few words and some brief history about student government, and also welcome our student leaders. So thank you again for being with us today.
Thank you, Tarika. It is an honor to have you all here. And for those attending on Zoom, thank you for joining us. It has been an absolute pleasure and privilege to support our student leaders in their efforts to champion positive change. Today, we are excited to celebrate such a passionate group of students who have been elected to the roles of student body president, vice president, and chief of staff by students at large who believe in their vision. As the official voice of the student body at the University of Nebraska at Omaha, student government aims to achieve 3 goals: represent, empower, and serve. Student government has been a beacon of light on campus. Since its inception, student government has fostered a learning environment for students at the university to train themselves in democratic proceedings, self-governance, community-oriented programming, and servant leadership. Records indicate that students have been wanting to be involved on campus and have their voices heard dating back to 1911 at the university. However, our current organized body, as we know it today, was officially established in 1968. Over the past 56 years, student government has continued to evolve and build momentous strides. Students have proven that they are not just the beneficiaries of progress, but are the architects of it. As we look ahead, our newly elected officials will continue to serve with distinction, elevate the voices of their constituents, and create an environment of shared governance. Next, I will turn it over to one of UNO's champions to provide further insights into the pivotal role student government plays in helping shape the university experience. Please join me in welcoming Chancellor Lee to the front to share a few remarks.
Well, thank you. That is a very intimate setting. This is a chancellor's room. I don't have any prepared remark, but I'm going to speak from my heart what I believe for today's important ceremony. First and foremost, universities only exist because of students. And the excellence of a university has to be built on one very unique structure that no other corporation or industry can resemble. It's what we call shared governance. Shared governance has a very huge meaning to organization such as a university like UNO. Because in here, we know that our students will represent, will empower, and will lead. But I think some of my outgoing, student region leader will tell you, it's actually is not as simple as we say it is. In this coming year for our new student region, you will recognize in this coming year, you're going to be subject to a lot of complexity, tremendous amount of information. At times, you're being challenged to get out of your comfort zone, to recognize data, competing goals, and also how to speak of your mind and tell the truth with a lot of diplomacy and ambassadorship. And I have to say, one of my wonderful jobs is often to really kind of fundraise for the student, fundraise for the university, but also make sure people understand my most important job is always put the interests of my students ahead of mine. The day that I sign up to work for higher education is the day that I make that commitment. And this ceremony always renews my commitment. And I know that our student leaders, the day they want to run for office, this is the least you're going to do for your student body, right? I am going to put all my students, my peers' interests ahead of mine. And then that time, I will tell you, it will challenge to your core. And I have to say one thing, right? Just like a chancellor would say, there will be an asymmetric information challenge. There'll be time that I so want to speak this. I so want to say this. But because of my role as a representation of the university, I have to refrain from saying this because this is for the better good and the betterment for my own peers and my university. May this day be the day you mark that commitment. And I am so excited to partner up with our incoming student region, our leadership group. I'm equally excited to celebrate the leadership that is created by our outgoing student region and the leadership. We are forever indebted to your leadership, and you're taking on something very big, something a lot bigger than yourself. So with that, on behalf of University of Nebraska Omaha, thank you for taking on this and saying, yes, I want to be the leader. Thank you.
Okay, hi everyone. Obviously, I would like to start by thanking Chancellor Lee for those thoughtful remarks. It really means a lot to us that you could be here. And I see a lot of faces in this room that I don't know if I've seen before. So in case you guys don't know me, hi, I'm Alessandra. I was the chief of staff. So yeah, I would like to also obviously congratulate Shani and Kevin and Nate. I had the absolute honor and privilege of working with all of them in this past year. And I already know they're going to adapt so well and achieve amazing things in their new roles. I would also like to thank Nate and Hakeem for being amazing partners this last year. It wasn't always easy. You know, there were definitely some days I feel like we were struggling together, but we're here. We did it, guys. We're finally, well, for us at the end. Nate's kind of at a new beginning, but you guys get the sentiment, I think. Also, shout out to our amazing advisor, Sierra Roseby. Yeah. Student government can definitely be a lot, and she was kind of thrown into it head first, but has handled that challenge with such grace and poise. We really could not be here without her today. So today isn't about me, so I'll try and keep this brief, but I think I stand before you all today as a very different person than when I stood before you here a year ago. My experience as chief of staff was challenging and quite humbling at times, but so rewarding. And I am so thankful for the things I learned, the amazing people I got to meet, the experiences I had, and the impacts I was able to help make. I will always be so grateful for the opportunity to serve and give back to the university and community that has given me so much. I am also so glad that we have such an amazing team of incoming leaders for this new year. I know the three of you definitely don't need any advice from me, but they gave me time to talk, so you get to hear it anyway. If I could tell you anything, I would just say, remember to take care of yourselves and give yourselves some grace. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to slip up words. You're going to make a bad call every now and then, but you have to learn to laugh at yourself, dust yourself off, and keep moving. I would also like to end by thanking you all again, everyone in this room, everyone I worked with, the people that aren't here that I worked with. I am so grateful for this experience. It's something I will carry with me forever. I'm so excited for this new coming team. And with that, goodbye. I don't know how to.
Hello, everyone. I am the Chief Justice of Student Court, and today I will be swearing in our new Chief of Staff and our Vice President. If you could please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Nate Ostek,
I, Nate Ostek,
upon my acceptance of the office of Chief of Staff,
upon my acceptance of the office of Chief of Staff,
realize that I've accepted obligations to
realize that I have accepted obligations to
and responsibilities towards the students of the University of Nebraska at Omaha.
the students of the University of Nebraska at Omaha.
I solemnly promise
I solemnly promise
to act as a representative of the student body,
to act as a representative of the student body,
serving to benefit it at all times.
serving to benefit it at all times.
I further promise to act
I further promise to act
in a manner that will always be a credit to the student body
in a manner which will always be a credit to the student body
and will advance the student experience
and will advance the student experience
and to promote high standards of leadership, scholarship, and citizenship.
and to promote high standards of leadership, scholarship, and citizenship.
Congratulations, Chief of Staff Austin.
All right. Hello. Thank you, Emma. Thank you, Alessandra, for those good words. It is good to be back here again. And to be seeing so many, at least some familiar faces. But I also want to keep my remarks and a lot of new faces too. It's really awesome, honestly. So I really kind of want to just keep my remarks fairly brief. I'm quite hungry, believe it or not. But this past year of student government was a lot. There were highs, getting bikes passed, advocating for food policy change, and volleyball. And there are also some lows, though. Policy confusion, some unnecessary conflict, and oftentimes it felt like 2 steps forward and 2 steps back. Through these tough moments, though, I'm reminded of something that Veronica Chapman, who was last year's vice president, said. If I'm not misrecalling, actually at this event, she said something along the lines of, feel that excitement that you're feeling right now and bottle it up. Store it for this year. Being able to uncork some of that energy when you need it is going to be oh so important. I took that advice to heart and it became a mantra for this year. So I'd like to pass it on to my new president and vice president, Ashani and Kevin. Bottle up all that excitement and good vibes you're feeling. There's going to come some point in this year when you feel like all hope is lost and student government is the worst decision you've ever made. Whether it's a policy change that causes harm, an administrative decision that just makes no sense, or a Senate meeting that runs until 12 a.m. Maybe it's burnout from having 6 meetings and 2 classes in a day. In those moments, whatever it may be, pull from that storage of bottled energy and use it. It helps. Believe me, it got me through this year. Now, for this upcoming year, there's a lot that we want to accomplish. We're in a national environment where free speech and student expression are increasingly under threat and scrutiny. It's important that student government is able to stand strong for its students' rights to express themselves. Furthermore, institutional atrophy from COVID has continued to plague student governance and engagement at UNO and across the country. Through this challenge, we have an opportunity to rise to the occasion and restore the shared, effective governance of our educational institutions. Thank you all for being here, and thank you for those, especially my friends and family, who have always taken the time and energy to support me. I really appreciate you. Additionally, I would also like to thank the faculty of this university, and specifically the Native American Studies and Sustainability departments. I just have to take this opportunity to shout them out because I think that they're doing just such a good job incorporating an interdisciplinary lens to education, and I just need to give them all the credit I can. Thank you all.
All right. Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Kevin Ramirez, upon my acceptance of the office of Vice President, realize that I have accepted obligations to and responsibilities towards the students of the University of Nebraska at Omaha. I solemnly promise to act as a representative of the student body, serving to benefit it at all times. I further promise to act in a manner that will always be a credit to the student body and will advance the student experience and to promote higher standards of leadership, scholarship, and citizenship. Congratulations, Vice President.
Okay. Welcome to the pathway of discovery. Please buckle your seatbelts and enjoy the ride. Long ago, two people natives to the country of Mexico made a decision to escape the life of poverty, danger, and were motivated to seek new opportunities for their children. They traveled the depths of Mexico in hopes to catch the light. One individual swam in the Rio Grande with 3 children while carrying a baby in their arms. The other individual walked across Mexico's multitude of deserts with the only light source being the moon. And in 1992, the 2 individuals immigrated to the United States to start a new life for themselves. On March 16, 2022, I entered this world as a blank canvas. Throughout my life, my canvas was painted with all sorts of colors. Yellow represents the gleeful moments I spent with my cousins in Iowa. Blue represents the times I cried in my room alone. Green represents my eating disorder recovery. Pink represents the love I have for my family and friends. And black, we will come back to black. Sarah Roseby once said, "You are a piece of art and a masterpiece at the same time." Roseby reminded me that it's normal to go through challenges because challenges develop character. It is an opportunity to grow and learn from life stressors. Remember black? Black represents the time I tried to commit suicide. I reminded myself that when darkness takes over, remember who you are because you are hope. I view my past suicidal attempts as a door opening to become the student walk coordinator that focused on bringing suicide prevention and awareness at UNO. To become a piece of art and a masterpiece at the same time, acknowledge the people that sculptured you. To my humble parents, Gloria Castillo and Jose Ramirez, thank you for loving me. To my beloved sister, Lizette Ramirez, thank you for supporting me. To my kind brother, Jesus Ramirez, thank you for listening to me. To my beautiful friends, Ishani Adiram, Navia Cannavali, and Jordi Ortiz, thank you for caring about me. To my trusted advisors, Maeda Advik and Sierra Roseby, thank you for guiding me. To my illustrious professors, Dr. Michael Cortese and Dr. Suzanne Sollers, for educating me. And to my God, thank you for accepting me. Today marks a day of a new beginning for the Student Government Association. Ashani Adiram, Nate Aztec, and I will be leading the Student Government Association onto new heights, a pathway that encompasses compassion, forgiveness, and strength to the UNO community. Together, we can foster a culture that unifies the Student Government Association to tackle the stressors that the student body is experiencing. In order to empower, serve, and represent the student body, We must reflect from our past, focus on our future, and live the present moment. Because this is how we can make social justice and social change. And as for me, I am grateful for the opportunity to be the UNO Student Body Vice President. Please unbuckle your seatbelts and thank you for riding with me. May we see each other again on our next adventure.
Truth be told, I think that this is going to be one of the only actually short speeches I've given in my life, but I do want to be very appreciative of the massive amount of support that I've had this year. It has taken a village, it has taken an army, practically a nation to get me to this point, but I do want to recognize first that our executive team, our cabinet, and all of the work that we spent late nights through phone calls, losing sleep. I'm making it long already. But I also want to thank our advisors. Similarly, we also spent long hours speaking and learning about the different ways to challenge ourselves through growth. And as I continue to give out thanks, I want to highlight the student body above anything else. It is a truly sobering experience to be able to, and I've learned that I can do this as well. It's a truly sobering experience to be able to accept the trust of a body like that. And likewise, it is a very sobering experience to be able to see how easily that trust can be challenged, how easily that trust can be lost, and how constant of a job that and how constant of a responsibility this job is to keep pushing forward. I remember when I first entered office, I said that this is a job that I didn't get just yet. This is a job that I have to keep earning. And likewise to my successor, I want to remind you that this is a job that you've done an amazing job getting to this point. And likewise, you will also do an amazing job earning that job moving forward. To our vice president, you've done an amazing job getting to this point, and your powerful stories have inspired me more than I can tell. Shawnee, you as well. I want to remind you to keep moving forward. Nate, we've spent a lot of time going through a lot of challenges, and I know that you are an incredibly resilient person, an incredibly elastic and creative mind. And as you move forward through a new administration, I trust that Ishani and Kevin will take as good of care of you as they have of me. To my student body, to my administrators, thank you again. And thank you, UNO. This has been fun.
So we need, Hakeem to come back. We have some very special and intimate gift. That is a picture. I want to show it to the group that we have taken with the border region to celebrate his leadership and his service for UNO and really most importantly for loving our student body. So with that, on behalf of University of Nebraska Omaha Student Region, we're forever grateful for everything you have done and all the sleepless nights that you endure. We love you. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Jacob Stadola. I'm the Director of Student Legal Services here at the University of Nebraska at Omaha. It is my pleasure and privilege to swear in the incoming president, Ishani Adidam. So Ishani, I'll have you raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Ishani Adidam, do solemnly swear or affirm that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Nebraska, and will faithfully discharge the duties of Student Regent, University of Nebraska at Omaha, according to the best of my ability, and that the election at which I was chosen to fill said office, I have not improperly influenced in any way the vote of any elector, and have not accepted, nor will I accept or receive, directly or indirectly, any money or other valuable thing from any corporation, company, or person, or any promise of office for any official act or influence, for any vote I may give or withhold on any bill, resolution, or appropriation. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the new president.
I just want to say thank you all so much for being here. Good afternoon. You don't know me already. My name's Ishani Adidam, and I am deeply honored to serve as your student body president in UNO Regent. And I'm committed to faithfully representing our student body to the best of my abilities. First and foremost, I quickly wanted to thank you all for attending this ceremony. It means the world that you all showed up to support Kevin, Nate, and I's accomplishment of becoming the next executives for Student Government Association. I also quickly wanted to thank my mom, dad, my sister, and my brother for their unwavering support and encouragement throughout my life. I genuinely would not be in this position without them. Additionally, thank you to Kevin and Nate for believing in me and my ability to take on this role. I'm excited for what they will accomplish, and I have full faith that they will do amazing things to represent the student body to the best of their abilities. I also would like to thank Zoe Miller, our campaign manager, for believing in us and trusting in the Illuminate UNO vision. It is not without, or it is because of you that, we won. Lastly, I wanted to thank the students. Sorry. I wanted to thank the students who voted and their belief in our values and the change we cannot wait to create. It is because of them that I'm standing in front of you. UNO has given me so much throughout my life. It has given my mom an education, my father a career, and has allowed me to flourish as a student leader. I have always felt like a maverick. I remember coming to campus over the summer and participating for Aim for the Stars camps in elementary school and going to UNO hockey games with my family and friends growing up. Fun fact, I actually even learned how to drive in the Mimmel Hall parking lot. So when it came time to deciding where I wanted to go to college, UNO was a no-brainer. I'm so blessed and grateful for UNO for being my home away from home. And if you would have told me during my first year at UNO that I would become the student body president, I would have laughed in disbelief. But because of the amazing support structure UNO and student government have given me, I have been able to develop the self-confidence and leadership skill set needed and could not be more thrilled and prouder to take on this role. I am immensely grateful for UNO student government for giving me an opportunity to grow and thrive. I still remember walking through my first Math Fest and picking up a flyer for SGA. I've learned so much over these past 3 years as I've been involved in the Leadership Commission, FYLC, and served as a first-year ambassador, where I served as CBA senator and served as Rules Committee chair. And through that specific role, I learned more about the importance of advocacy and maintaining integrity when it came to upholding my values and beliefs. This past year, I really got to truly test my leadership skills when I became the Director of Leadership Development. I got to lead and mentor FYLC, the group where I started my journey. This year, I'm looking forward to creating a culture of transparency, democracy, and accountability in student government to further engage our campus. Throughout my tenure in SGA, I understand that some topics have been more charged than others and more difficult to navigate. But with the leadership of Kevin, Nate, and I, we are committed to creating a culture of grace, unity, and empathy so that it is instilled within SGA Senate to push for more change and more comprehensive decision-making. One goal that I hope to accomplish this next year is getting more student voices in SGA through coordinator roles. At our Senate meeting later today, I am appointing a student wellness coordinator who will be focused on creating a comprehensive resource guide for students to better understand the resources and tools UNO has in place to allow for student success. I am hoping within the upcoming year to elevate UNO SGA to become a hub for student organizations and to become an integral part of UNO's culture and well-being. Additionally, I want to ensure that our senators are prepared for off-campus opportunities. All members of SGA are campus leaders and advocates on behalf of the student body. With power truly does come responsibility, and as the incoming student body president, I want to ensure that all members have the ability to become better leaders, communicators, resolvers, and empathizers, so that when they leave UNO, they will feel empowered and confident in themselves as they reach for roles outside these university walls. I'm looking forward to building relationships with each and every one of you and working alongside you all. I'm committed to listening, learning, and leading throughout this entire year. You can trust that I will always lead with my best foot forward, and I'm looking to create more meaningful and positive change at UNO. Thank you for trusting me with this amazing opportunity, and I'm so privileged to be your next student body president in UNO Student Regent. Thank you.
Well, it's kind of a tough act to follow, being behind the president, but my name is Nathan Hankinson. Good afternoon, everyone. Oh, wow, we gotta loosen it up in here. Good afternoon, everyone. Awesome, awesome. So like I said, my name is Nathan Hankinson. I am an alumnus of UNO, and then I am also a current graduate student here at UNO, and I work for UNO with the UNO Alumni Association. So with that, my role is the Assistant Director of Alumni Engagement. What that means is I help students and young alumni be engaged. So I have the privilege today to present the scholarships to our Vice President and President that have just been sworn in. So with that, I would like to first recognize Kevin. I'll invite you up, Kevin, here in a sec to present the award to you and your scholarship. Before I do, though, I do want to just give a couple of quick words. I've known Kevin now for the last year or so, and he is amazing. The events that I've seen him at, we were just at the Suicide Prevention Walk, and he gave a great speech there and led that event and coordinated that with such grace and so much coordination and organization. So thank you for that. And then even more importantly, Kevin, thank you for your kindness. You've always been kind, and I think that's important in leadership. So thank you for that, Kevin. With that, it's my great pleasure to introduce and award the student body president. If you want to come up, we can take a picture together. I got to get one with a chance to who's taking the phone.
Follow my Twitter.
Thank you, Kevin. Thank you very much. Well, our next recipient of the scholarship, Ishani, we just met today, but that being said, I do have a story that I thought was really inspirational. You know, being with students and working for students and working with them, I heard a lot of great stories about your work ethic, about your organization, what you want for UNO. You love UNO. I voted for you as a graduate student, and I do believe in your vision. And so thank you for what you're about to do over this next year and what you have done. I also want to give a big shout out to Hakeem and your team as well. So thank you as well. But it just gives me great hope to see this next year and working together. So with that, I'd love to present the Student Body President Regent Scholarship. Yep. Thank you, everyone.
I'm so sorry. I should have just stayed up here. But yeah, thank you all so much for coming to the student government swearing in. I really appreciate you all being here and supporting us. It's time for lunch. So yay, everyone can finally eat at peace. And I'm very thankful to be in this position. And yeah, eat up. Yeah, I can grab